Okay, I'm going to end out the week with a Civivi knife. Why not? I've been talking about Sencut knives all week. Sencut, I had a Civivi in there, the Mini Asticus, and I had a QSP that snuck in there, the Grebe. Had to sneak that puppy in there. That was a bad dog. But I have a gift here that came from another channel. It came from my buddy Tim's School of Fish.
School of Fishing class is in session. Boogie, 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 boogie. You know that song? You know that song? Casey and Sunshine Band. That's the way. I like it. Hear that? Casey and Sunshine Band. You know that guy? You heard that?
I just bought a few knives off of him, and he threw this in as a extra knife, I guess. So I'm very thankful. I dialed in on the model number and the serial number of it, and it's a doozy, man. I was surprised. This is a Civivi Knox, N-O-X. Now, it has stainless steel handle material. You know I like metal handle materials. It has a frame lock. You know I like frame locks. Comes in one of these things. Nice cloth in there. But it's black, and it has a satin drop point blade. But the kicker, Nitro V. Look at this stinker. I don't love the pocket clip. Civivi, you can buy aftermarket Civivi pocket clips. I will be buying one for this knife. I like this knife. This isn't too big. It's got a 2.75 inch blade, 6.5 inch, 6.5 inch overall length once it's open. The handle itself is 2.75 as well. 2.75 plus 2.75 equals 6.5, I think. Okay, it's got a flipper tab, and that's it. No other way to really open this knife. It does have a reversible pocket clip, does have a lanyard hole, barrel spacers, hollow all the way through with stainless steel handles. So there's probably no liners on it. Now, it feels like it's got a little bit of heft to it, but it really doesn't. It's just, I think the metal in the hand gives you that effect of a more solid, heavier piece when it's not always that much heavier. Actually, the weight is 3.09 ounces. I like my knives to be in that 3 ounce range. I don't mind if it sneaks up to 4, but it really depends on what I'm doing. You know, I could be wearing sweatpants or a pair of shorts, and I still want to carry a little pocket knife. So I would probably go with something even a little lighter than this. I'd probably go with maybe, say, a 2.5 ounce knife or a 2 ounce knife, and go. I might have one. Hold on. Like this little Essie right here. And this little Essie is just a little bit bigger than this Knox, but it's lighter because it has the micarta on the one side, and then it has this whatever material on the other side with the frame lock. It's an Essie Zancudo. Yeah, you didn't know Essie fixed knives made flippers, did you? Neither did I. Now, Essie fixed knives are made in USA, whereas this flipper was made in Taiwan. It's not a bad little flipping knife, I tell you that. It's not a bad flipping knife. Now, let's look at this Knox blade. Of course, it's got the Civivi action. Civivi's they've got a really good way with detent and action on knives in the budget realm. It's nuts. Now, this is a frame lock. It's a little stiff. And it looks like the blade lineup isn't perfectly centered. So I'm going to tweak the pivot real quick, and I'm going to give it some oil and see if I can improve the motion of the ocean. Alright, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to really improve the action on it. The action never really was that bad, though. It's got a hollow grind. Nice hollow grind. And a forward swedge along the top of the blade going into the draw point. Now, it does have kind of a finger choil right there. Sharp, really very generous sharpening choil. and a little, as much as they can with the flipper there. Now they could have maybe eliminated the flipper, put a thumb stud on it, put a thumb stud or a disc or rail across the fuller here, the spine, and they could have maybe made this much more of a finger choil. But I don't think they needed to. I think this knife is pretty classy. I think it's really cool. It's very simplistic, but yet ticking the boxes for me. Now the action, I'd really like to improve the action, to be honest with you. So I'm going to work on it a little bit more just to see what I can do. But I do dig this knife a lot. And once again, good friend of mine in the YouTube world, Tim School Fish, thank you for this knife. I appreciate it, man. I will be carrying this knife this summer, that's for sure. Shoot, the rest of the winter, spring, and into the summer. I like it a lot. Nice satin blade. You know, it's just there, and it's clean. It's just that easy. Now I got some oil on here, but this is Nitro V. Real quick before we go, let's cut a little paper on the way out. Nitro V is supposed to be pretty damn sharp. There you have it. She cuts paper. Ready to take her to battle.